I'm Danielle. I'm creator of Mind Body Yogini. So basically, when I was probably in my teenage years, I was really into sort of looking into personal training and the sports field. However, being a teenager, I sort of drifted off the path a bit, got really unhealthy actually, and ended up with quite a few different health conditions. Finding my way back, I basically I got better through diet and exercise, found my way back. And that led to me really thinking about becoming a PT again, and just going from there. So I just looked into it. I know that I really enjoyed looking into the practices of yoga as well. So I went from there. I looked at all my the colleges around me, and I found that the coleg was really, really good because it had a range of qualifications. And I thought I'd start with exercise to music because I was actually attending the gym and doing a lot of exercise classes. And I'd been approached actually to see if I did any myself. So that put it in my head to begin with, which was really great. And then it just went from there, really. They couldn't get rid of me then. So I did my exercise to music, and then my level 2, and then my level 3, and then I was ready for my yoga training, which I did then in October last year. So yeah, so I haven't looked back since.
So I went to Coleg, so same as Danielle. So I'm now running my own personal training business called Gold Body Training. I do sports massage therapy as well. So at Coleg Gwent. I kind of got into it through, to be honest, I've always been into pretty much anything physical. I've sort of grown up, like my granddad was a farmer, so I was always physical in that sense. Always doing loads and loads of sports. So it was sort of like a natural progression for me, really. Like, I've always just absolutely loved anything physical. So it was like a natural progression for me to show my love of movement and stuff to other people, really.
Yeah, don't you find, Ricky, as well, when you're going through your career, when you're just starting, you might think you've got a specific thing in mind, I want to go and do this and I want to go and do that. And then you explore through that career and it just opens up, doesn't it? And then you just end up, deciding, oh, actually, I really like this and that, So, it can never be just thinking about, I want to do this and that's it. There's a whole world, and a whole world opens up when you start looking into, the direction you want to go in.
I would actually say the business module, personally, I found that really useful because, from when you're involved, when you love sport and things like that, majority of the time you have a good knowledge of the actual topics within fitness and sport and things like that.
Yeah.
But you don't really know much about business unless you've got a background in business.
100% agree with you, 100%. I think I went into college thinking that I was going to learn, everything about, personal training and, exercises. You do learn obviously about the exercises, the muscles you're working, but you really learn more about that the more you do it. And like Ricky said, the business side of it, especially now looking back, if I was to go to my business model, I would say it's pretty close to what I'm doing now. And actually, I've only been doing it. I haven't been doing it for that long. So it's only going to expand. And it's so funny because I've had all these ideas of what I want to do. But actually, if I went back to that business model that I first did, I'm pretty sure most of it is quite bang on. So that was really helpful. So it gave me a goal. It gave me plenty of goals because you didn't just say, right, this is where I want to be. I listed everything and all the different thoughts and ideas, and then I broke it down step by step. We were taught how to do that in order to, how are we going to get there? What are the financial responsibilities of this? How are you going to work? How are you going to pay to live? All these kinds of things that you don't even think about when you're going into this. As Ricky said, I love being self-employed too, but taking into account these things are crucial for you to go ahead and do what you want to do.
To be honest, I take inspiration from different things as well. So, like, again, going on the business side of things, I might look at someone who's not necessarily in the fitness industry, but is very, very good at business. And then I might look at someone who's, very good at the injury side of things, and then focus on that. But I just take bits which and then I take it from all over the place and then bring it all together to kind of bring my own thing to it. Like at the moment, I'm looking at a lot of Ant Middleton and all those guys from the SAS who dares wins for the mindset stuff.
Yeah.
Because mindset is absolutely huge. To be, you know, if you're not in it within your head, then you're not going to get very far in whatever you do. So that's a big one I'm looking at the moment. But to be honest, I can take inspiration from anyone, really. Even the college tutors we had and stuff like that. You know, it's been, you know, so many different things you can learn from people. So to be honest, it'd be a very, very long list.
Totally agree. I would say for me personally, a college tutor, Chris Jenkins, she's 75 years old and she is incredible. She's fit as a fiddle, and, you know, she can put anyone through their paces, and she's constantly, you know, always there to help, and she's just a wonderful lady to be around. So yeah, the college tutors are amazing. Just doing it. I mean, there's no magic pill. I wish there was a magic pill that you could just take and just be like, yay, I can do it now. But there's really not. Yeah, the only thing you can do is just go for it and just be prepared to fail. Be prepared to fall down, because that's where you're going to learn the most. That's when you're going to be able to, you know, learn what works and what doesn't. Don't be afraid to do something and it doesn't work. As long as you're willing to learn from it, you're gonna go far. There's no way you can't not fail in the long run. Failing is good, or what we perceive as failure, because it makes us learn. It gives us you know, that scope then to know, oh well, that doesn't work, now I can move on to something else. So yeah, don't be afraid to fail. Self-confidence will come just the more you do it. I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to feel 100%. You know, the nerves are always going to be there, but I take that personally as an amazing thing. It means I really care for what I do. If I didn't care, then I wouldn't do it, because I just know that what's the point, you know? So yeah, I take nerves as a good thing. Just don't let them overcome you. There's all sorts of things you can do if you're really, really nervous and you're a very anxious person like I used to be. I couldn't even speak to people at one point. So, you know, I know that you can do this. It's just about learning some little simple techniques, some breath work, some deep breaths. I've just recently given a video talk to the World Skills guys this week, who are going in for their live heats, which is a really, really nerve-wracking time. And one of the biggest things you can do that I think that really helps calm the nerves, that really taps into the parasympathetic nervous system. So that's just the nervous system responsible for reducing everything, your heart rate, your breath rate. Is just stopping and taking 3 deep breaths. It sounds cliche, but it works, okay? So just closing the eyes and inhaling through the nose and deep exhale out through the mouth. And taking 3 of those whenever you're feeling like, you know, you're getting really anxious or anything, is going to really help reset everything, and you'll get a clearer mind. So just go for it, just do it, and, you know, be prepared to just learn from it. We're all human. We're all, you know, we're all going to make mistakes.
My online is picked up massively. Because again, it was about taking advantage of the situation, really. You know that obviously it was particularly when lockdown started and there was a lot of people off work and things like that. You know that a lot more people are going to be spending time on social media. You knew that a lot more people are just going to be sat on their phones and stuff like that. So it was really a time to push the social media side of things and work on trying to build the online stuff. So I'm running, I do like a 4-week fat loss challenge plan on Facebook. So it's a Facebook group where we just get a good community of people who all want to lose some weight for 4 weeks. And that actually helped me pick the online stuff up loads, because again, like going back to the before and after pictures, even over 4 weeks is getting some good pictures. And if you post things like that on social media, people will already be interested. So the online for me picked up a lot during lockdown.
And it's definitely different. I mean, what I think we're struggling with, we've been trained as personal trainers. Online training is not that personal, right? So So it's a transition for us. We've had to really adapt, you know, to this other side of things, depending on what we're doing. I mean, me and Ricky are doing different things, but we've helped each other in this pandemic. We've really supported each other. We've gone on Instagram and done lives, Q&As, and you know, Ricky was also on my yoga group for a little bit. So, you know, we learn from each other, you know, and I love that. I mean, if we can help each other, why not? We're all, as I say, we're all different. You know, it's not a competition for me anyway. It's just helping grow. And for me, if Ricky can help get more yoga out there, great.
I've got clients who I've had for the whole time of my career. I've got quite a lot of clients who I've had for the whole 3 years I've been personal training. And about making sure that you keep the quality of service high and people won't want to leave, and get a good connection with them. I mean, at the end of the day, they're not necessarily your friend, but you want to have a good relationship with them. And always be out, even like it sounds stupid, like little things like, if it's your client's birthday, I'll buy my client a little present for their birthday, for example. Things like that. And then obviously just making sure that then that client has got another goal in place. So for majority of my clients, if they come in initially with the goal of weight loss, and then they've lost one, and now they're not sure where to go. It's just about opening them up to new ideas of fitness. You know, I've got one client who she lost quite a bit of weight with me, and then she saw me training one of my other clients who I'm training for a powerlifting competition. And she said, "Oh, that looks amazing. I'd love to give that a go." And I said, "Let's give it a go." So I'm now training her for a powerlifting competition as well. So like,
amazing.
Wow. Always being one step ahead. Have another goal in place so that you're never stagnant. Because maintenance is great, but so her fat loss is in maintenance now. But it's nice to be able to work on something and progress on something all the time. So make that out of the equation now, and it's good to have a new goal now to work towards, and then you're always improving on yourself then.
It's all about connection. I think first of all, a client will come to you wanting to lose weight, right? They'll come to you, they've got a problem that they need you to solve. But eventually, once that client keeps coming back and sees the service, they're not buying weight loss from you. They're buying a service from you. They're buying that that personal touch to it. They get to know you, and they do become like friends, and it's building up that connection. And then you will have clients that come to you and go, but you'll always have clients that stay with you because they're buying into you and they believe in you, and they're obviously getting so much from their sessions that even if they hit their goals, they're going to want to exceed those goals because, they're going to want to keep it up, and they've changed their whole lifestyle, and you've really helped them succeed and get to that stage. So it's about connection, I think, and just, keeping that connection going.
My advice, be like a sponge, learn as much as you possibly can. Just be open-minded, take inspiration from absolutely everything. Learn, and then just put yourself out there, even if it's volunteering. Just put yourself out there and just learn as much as you can.
Don't be afraid to be you. Don't look at other people and be like, oh well, they're doing this, they're doing that. Learn from them, but take it in as you. So people want to know more of you, they really do. And like Ricky said, just learn as much as possible, but be discerning with it, and make sure it's relatable to you, and make sure that you're on board with it. So practice what you preach.